Paying attention to the body shape and tone in a person's body also gives you clues to how they want to interact with you. Each of the physiologies have actually very distinct body shapes and physical tone. Ones have an open throat. They have a jawline that's very specific. They have a relaxed tone in their body. 2 has a little more tone, and they have this responsiveness. So you'll actually see them breathing with their upper rectus abdominis muscles, or you'll see them push them out and expand them. And they actually sense with that part of the body. So if you're moving with them, they are moving from the upper rectus abdominis, the top of the six-pack. People of number 3 typically have very straight and narrow bodies. They have a very high collarbone that has a bump in the very front. You can almost always see their collarbone, and you see a bump in the collarbone where the top rib comes underneath the collarbone, connecting into the manubrium. They've been lifting at that part of their body, which creates this bump in the collarbone. So if you see a person who's narrow, with focused eyes, a high collarbone, and a very big smile, you might know you need to look them in the eye and make an extended connection with them. Some people move from the low abdomen. Number 4, they have very low tone in their body, and they have a little bit of a C shape where they'll lead their movement with their lower abdomen. 5s, you see a very upward, suspended physiology. Their body's extremely low tone as they are suspended from the top of their head. Often their eyes are round, and they will look up when they're not talking with you, when they're trying to think, when they're talking with you. Physiology 6, which is my physiology, we have expanded rib cages. So our rib cages get much more lifted and expanded. So you'll see that expansion of the rib cage, making the chest appear larger than other people. There's also an intensity and a high tone in the arms. For natural energy 6, it's part of the ability to lift and expand the chest. The tone is needed for that. 7, you'll see a more prominent glabella, relaxed tone sometimes, and sometimes high tone. 7s have the most variation from neck down in the body in terms of structure and presentation. 8, you'll see a strong jawline and a high tone and a resolute quality to the body, a power in the body, with the energy moving down through the body. And for 9, there's a broad flatness to the chest up here. So they're broad and flat. Their eyes are neutral. Often you'll see them putting their arms way far back, and they'll stretch because the focus point for 9 is on the back, on the spine between the shoulder blades. They have very loose tone typically and a lot of fluidity in their bodies, although sometimes they become very stiff and frozen. But when in their strength, you have the looseness more evident in the body.